Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the trading post, and more specifically we're going to take a look at the December stock for the trading post. It is the last month of the year and of course it's Christmas themed, but before we jump into all this month's offerings, just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR and more, we're over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so yes, December is upon us, and of course it is a winter and Christmas-themed trading post. This month is called December Chilling. As you can see on the Traveler's Log, it is very thematic. It's got a little snowman and some Christmas bits and pieces as well. You'll see some more theming on the trading post as well, which is really cool. So we'll see that in a second. So this month's Traveler's Log reward for filling out the Traveler's Log is a pet called Buttercup. This is a baby moose pet. This is a new model as far as I'm aware. Having a battle pet as the monthly reward this month is definitely a bit controversial. People aren't too happy about that, unfortunately. But on the flip side of that, the rest of the month is looking pretty good. So let's dive into what is available this month. So as I said, there is a bit of a Christmas theme going on. You got some snow, you got a little snowman down here. Very, very fun. You'll also notice the returning tab. Now this was on the PTR, but is now live on the game, which is really cool. So you can see all the returning items to the trading post this month. But let's talk about the new stuff. What is in stock this month? So for 600 tender, the first item is the Candied Blade. This was data mined a while ago. These are absolutely phenomenal. These are one-handed swords, by the way. I love the details. I love the little snow globe at the back there. They just look really, really great. And as you can see, my character is dual wielding them, which is awesome. So 600 tender for the Candied Blade. The next item is Mitzi. This is a battle pet. This is a small reindeer battle pet. Really cool looking model, very like HD and new. I believe it's new as well, but it is 600 tender if you do want to obtain Mitzi. Hey guys, Future Dan here from editing. So I just remembered that the Crimson Glimmerfur was actually advertised as a mount reward this month as one of the ones that you can buy. This is not on the trading post as of the recording of this video, on the EU one, I guess. So the Crimson Glimmerfur is a recolor of the Vulpine Familiar, or very similar to Vulpine Familiar, and this will cost you 600 tender. So that'll probably get hotfixed in at some point, but yeah, as of the recording of this, it's not currently there. I'm sure it'll be there pretty soon. So yeah, Crimson Glimmerfur, cool looking mount, 600 tender. Anyway, back to the video. Next up is a new ensemble. This is the Scarlet Zealot's Trappings. So this is really cool. I love the Scarlet Crusade. I'm just a big mark for the Scarlet Crusade. So this is a chest piece, a back piece, and a shield, as you can see. So very cool looking Scarlet Crusade-esque gear if you are into that kind of thing. This is going to set you back 550 tender and is available for all armor types, of course. Into the class theme stuff now. So this is the mage weapons this month. So this is a set of one-handed swords, a staff, and of course a offhand. So the offhand and the staff do look kind of themed together, but then the swords are completely random. But yeah, there you go. This is the mage weapons. They're available for 500 tender if you're a mage. Into the hunter weapons now, I will be absolutely purchasing these. So we have a polearm, we have a new bow, and we have a new gun. So kind of Alliance themed, I guess, but not really, maybe. I don't know. Very, very cool looking weapons. 500 tender if you are a hunter, you can pick those up. So yeah, mage and hunter this month. And of course, shaman, as we go into the shaman armor. So as you can see, the beard actually doesn't disappear in this set, but it does also mess up super bad. So this is of course head, shoulders, and waist for the shaman. The whole point of the set is to mix and match it with other like armor sets and things like that. This is going to cost you 500 tender for the shaman set. Also for the shaman, you have the weapon. So of course you have a shield, you have a one-handed axe, and you have a fist weapon. These look very, very cool. They don't really match the armor, which is interesting, but they are very shaman or shaman, however you pronounce it, doesn't really matter, themed. So that's really nice to see. And they will set you back 500 tender. Also as well, looks like we have an evoker weapons. So we have the evoker staff, we have the evoker offhand, and we have the evoker one-handed sword. So yeah, some evoker weapons this month as well. So it looks like we're getting quite a few class-based themes this month, which is really nice to see. Moving into the mage armor, this is really cool. I really like it. It's kind of like Kel'Thas themed, of course, waist, shoulders, and helm. Mix and match with many, many, many mage sets here. This could work out really, really nicely. This is going to set you back 450 tender if you are a mage. But yeah, very cool looking. I love the mage set. I think they've done a really good job with that. Moving into the hunter set here, this is the hunter set. Yep, as expected. kind of weird looking. Really, I mean, it is hunter themed. You know, it's got arrows on the shoulders. It's kind of like a bird head. It's got like awesome like dreads at the back or something like that. That's really cool. And you can see the facial hair as well. So of course, this is shoulders, waist, and helm, and we'll set you back 450 tender. Next up is the Evoker armor set. So this is actually really cool. It's time magic themed. As you can see, there's kind of like sand inside the belt and the shoulders. Of course, it is shoulders, waist, and helm, which are, you know, one of the few items that you can actually see on Evoker minus the helm. So the shoulders and belt, of course, you can mix and match with your kind of default Evoker dragon themed stuff. And then, of course, you could do it in your Visage form as well. So that's 450 tender. The next item is the Arsenal Storm Riders Stormhammers. These are available for warriors, paladins, rogues, priests, death knights, shamans, monks, and druids, and evokers. These match the Collector's Edition armor, I believe, or very, very similar, at least, to the Collector's Edition armor for the War Within, of course, which was announced at BlizzCon. This is 400 tender. This is a set of one-handed maces, so there's the kind of lightning ones, and then there's the non-lightning ones, but very, very cool-looking weapons nonetheless. And as I said, it will probably match the kind of armor set that you get from that Collector's Edition quite nicely. Next is a recolor of the Blade Master's Blade, which is cool to see. This is 225 tender. We did see one of these come up beforehand. This is just a new color variant of that. It's going to cost you 225 tender. Next is a plate helm. This is the Errant Crusaders helm. This is a new model, which is really cool. So this was data mined, I think, in 10.2, and is now made its way onto the trading post for plate users. So obviously, you know, Death Knights, Paladins, and Warriors can use this. But for everybody else, there's this chest transmog, the Blade Masters Azure Stones. This is available for every single class. It is, yeah, very awesome. It depends on the race, obviously. It looks kind of silly on a human, but on an orc with the Blade Master's sword, I reckon you could make something look very, very cool. So that's 200 tender, and will be available in December. Next up are the Wildhammer's Scout headgear. So that, again, this is another helm transmog. This is available to everyone, of course, depending on race, how it's going to look. I think this will look really cool on a dwarf, not so great on a human, as you'd imagine. 200 tender, though, if you want to get this this head transmog, which is, you know, available to all armor types, which is nice. Next up is the classic Snowy Tabard. This is a very basic-looking white tabard and will cost you 100 tender. Yeah, it could probably work with quite a few armor sets and things like that. So, yeah, pretty basic looking white tabard if that's something you're interested in. Next up are the Traders Crimson Sarong. So this is actually a dress transmog or a robe transmog of sorts, which is available for 100 tender. There's a red version of this, and there is a green version of it, which is available just simply for 100 tender. So if that's something you want, this is available for all armor types as well. And finally, for new items, we have the Crimson Treads of the Kalukai. Yes, this is the Tuskar boots. These were data mined back in 10.2. People were like, oh my god, they're adding Tuskar, but no, not quite. They're just adding these cool, cozy looking Tuskar boots. I like them a lot, actually. They got like a lot of 3D assets and stuff. Yeah, very, very cool. Gonna look really good on my playable Tuskar when I get that eventually. As for returning items, I don't want to focus on them too much, but we have Garlock returning from February 2023. We have the Long Gloves returning from August 2023. We have the Vengabong's Crimson Threads, which are returning from August as well. And of course, these ones as well, the Cloak. We also have the Snowy Threads, which are returning from May 2023. So both variants of that. And finally, we have the Fine White Evening Gloves, which are also returning from April 2023. So I really like this returning tab. It's really cool to see everything kind of coming back. And it gives you a bit more of a visual representation of all the things that have returned to the trading post. But that is it. That is everything that is coming in December 2023 to the trading post. Let me know down below what you think of this month's offerings. Of course, we just had the War Within pre-order, so if you do have some extra tender, probably a good time to spend it. We're nearly at 12 months of the trading post, which is absolutely crazy to say. But yes, guys, let me know what you think of this month's stock. I think it seems really cool, and I'm a big fan of like the Scarlet stuff and the Hunter stuff, of course, as a Hunter main. So yeah, if you like this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon, and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR, and more, over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.